Welcome back to New Zealand and our camper van road trip. 6 episodes back we explored the west coast of the North Island. With its black sand and rugged coastline, there's something special about how much of a contrast it is to the rest of New Zealand's coastline.
Today we're on the west coast again, but this is the legit wild west coast of the South Island, so we're going to check out everything it has to offer. Rugged dark beaches, a colony of seals off the shore, and one of the highlights in this area, the geological phenomenon known as the Pancake Rocks.
Wow! That is like so cool! So while we have a loose plan about how far we'll adventure down the coast, the advantage of having our lives in Aston the camper van means we might just end up going with the flow.
Oh yeah, we don't have anywhere to stay tonight.
So to catch you up quickly, because in the last episode we were kayaking and hiking all the way up in Abel Tasman National Park. Yesterday we spent the day driving from Kaiteriteri, which should only be about 250 kilometres, but we had to make a vital stop at the Nelson Lakes.
Sometimes when you hear good things about a place, it's actually for good reason. This is one of those places. How good is this? And look at the clarity of the water down here.
Like crystal clear.
It is.
It's definitely something we should have planned in a bit more time to explore and take some sort of a trip, because it straight up looks like a postcard.
But a couple of subscribers, Kevin and Trish, reached out to see if we'd like to rest our heads in one of their tiny homes at Out the Bay. We'd be crazy to say no, so before we go out and explore, we'll show you why.
Good morning from Tauranga Bay and the wild west coast in the South Island of New Zealand. That's quite a mouthful.
At least they know where we are now.
That's true.
We arrived here yesterday during golden hour. The beach is insane. It's black sand again because we're on the west coast. We saw a couple of surfers out braving the cold.
Oh, the waves are just like these perfect sets rolling in.
You can see like the spray coming off the top of them.
Right as the sun was setting. Like, golden hour literally is the perfect time to arrive absolutely anywhere. So far, if this is what the rest of the west coast is going to look like, I think we're in for a great time.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, it doesn't look quite as beautiful today.
A little bit cloudy, but that's alright.
We can live with that. We love a good tiny home, and this has to be, I think the best tiny home that we've stayed in.
Yeah, it's the best because of the layout. We've never seen this layout where the living space is in the loft area, and so the bed is underneath, and it's got a lower ceiling, but that's fine because you're asleep when you're in bed generally.
Yeah, and to be fair, in terms of the ceiling up the top, like, I am 6'2". No, I'm not. I'm like 5'11"-ish, so I can get to here, just to the point of walking down the stairs. And they've got the height right on the top end.
And it's so nice because it's kind of a little bit open plan downstairs near the kitchen. And other tiny homes that we've stayed in, one person can't be in the kitchen without the other person having to like
shimmy around
awkwardly
them.
Shuffle past them.
Tauranga Bay seems like a great point to sort of launch off into
The west coast.
The west coast, which is why we thought it'd be a great spot, especially after driving for 5 hours yesterday.
Yesterday
with the route
we
that
were
we took.
devastated because we ran out of beers and then we got here.
That's right.
And we opened the fridge and there were some West Coast beersies in there for us. So we went out onto the outdoor area and just sat down with some chippies and some beersies. And
You don't
watched the
expect to
sunset.
show up at accommodation and have the chance to sit down with beers and golden hour. Like, that could not have played out any better.
I'm actually glad the drive was that long because we got here at the perfect time.
True. So this morning, the first thing we want to do, it seems silly not to, is that Cape Foulwind, there's a big walk right down here. We're just going to do the short version because once we go up and around the cliffs, there's a seal colony literally right there. We could walk there, but
I really hope they're actually there. The amount of times I've spoken about wildlife and we haven't managed to see any, I'm hoping today's the day. Please.
Today's the day.
I could be able to get my thing on.
Too many layers.
I feel like the Michelin Man.
You look like a big marshmallow. It's such a cool jacket though.
Oh, it's so nice and warm.
So, camper van parking, which is always nice, a big park. We have to admit, typically when we visit places, as I'd like to think you would know by now, we have done a lot of research about what it is that we're doing, why it exists, what the history is, but we have to be honest and say this all happened quite last minute, that we haven't actually
We have
researched.
no idea what's going on.
Yeah, what's with the seal situation and why the colony is here. So fortunately there is this big sign here
We should mention the reason we don't know is because the tiny home doesn't have cell phone reception or Wi-Fi.
Yeah, which was actually a very
Nice to
nice
switch
change for
off.
us, especially people like us that literally live our lives digitally.
You never know when to like.
I'm really bad at relaxing. Okay, we're gonna read and then we'll walk and talk.
What is it? Just stopped as soon as I started talking. Run.
Well, we clearly have no idea what we're gonna find when we round the corner up here.
Hope it's not whatever that was.
There was no information there about why the seal colony is here specifically, but the one thing that I found was interesting on the sign said that in 1770, James Cook was coming around the headland here and was getting absolutely destroyed by the gale and the wind. So he called it
Cape of Foulwinds?
Cape of Foulwinds, and then that's when the name Foulwind stuck. And it's always been the same. So that's interesting. There's two different walks that you can do here. We're just going to do the short one to see the seals, aren't we? Really?
Yeah.
We don't want
I
to
think
do. We don't want to do the long
We'll
one
go
this
this
morning.
way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See it?
Oh yeah. The camouflage.
Oh, there's one down here.
Look.
Oh no, they're actually everywhere. At first I couldn't see
Wow,
anything.
there's hundreds.
Oh my gosh, hi! Oh, I want to go and play with them. I know that's a terrible idea.
Is that baby ones playing in the water?
Yeah.
The big monstrous rock.
Oh, there! It is! Oh, hi!
While Stacey's watching a couple of seals fighting down here, I did have a quick read back there. Even though it's really windy around here, down there apparently it's not so much. There's a lot of nooks and crannies, which means there's safety for the pups. And there's loads of food sources down here, which is why they seem to love this area here and why the colony exists. Males can grow up to 200 kgs, and they can swim underwater up to about 30 kilometers per hour in short bursts to catch fish. And now you're as educated as us.
We've made it a whole 20 minutes down the road before I said to Dane, I'm hungry. So I requested a chocolate chip cookie and a pie.
You didn't
For
necessarily. You
breakfast.
requested a pie. The chocolate chip cookie was
That was
an
a
additional
bonus.
because they happened to have it. We just pulled into this random spot here in Charleston, underworld rafting. The video in there looked quite cool. There's some fun stuff
The
here.
guy there was so classic. He
It's
just
brilliant.
wanted to have a yarn to us,
Oh,
didn't he?
that is very much what you're getting at this time of year, I think, and with slower tourism numbers, everyone's just like, "G'day, how you going?" Although maybe that's just the key.
Can't stop looking at my cookie.
Eat it. With before.
Cheers. Oh, it's gone everywhere.
The first thing that we actually need to do, now that we have some internet, is book somewhere to stay tonight.
Oh yeah, we don't have anywhere to stay tonight.
We don't quite know how far we're going to go, but we know where the next stop is.
The next stop is Punakaiki Pancake Rocks, and it's one of those must-see things. Oh, and blowholes too. We have to go there when we're on the west coast. They are these crazy shaped rocks that are stacked on top of each other, and they happen to look like pancakes, hence the name Pancake Rocks.
Creative.
And they're 30 million years old. Pretty old.
Pretty old. Couple years on us. Gonna be a 20-minute little loop track, and we've got coastal views. Oh, hold on.
That's them.
Is that considered them? They're closer.
It looks like a pancake to me.
Oh, wow. They're quite small pancakes, although I suppose human size, that's a fat pancake. But in terms of rock formation, That's a lot of layers, isn't it? Look at the mist out there. Oh, and the snow behind it too.
Oh, I didn't see that. Pretty.
That is a pancake rock. And I don't know if it comes out on camera, but that one and all of these as well. And then in the background there, misty and snowy. Isn't that a bit like...
There's a Lord of the Rings or a Hobbit song. In the misty eye, something like that. So it pretty much sums that up perfectly what I've just explained. Let's leave.
The pancake rock started forming over 30 million years ago, and it all started when sea creatures were compressed on the sea floor, and then that created all these formations on the bottom of the ocean. Then what happened is there were all these eruptions and there was all this uplift. Then once the rocks were above the surface, that's when over the last 100,000 years, I think it is, erosion has started taking place and forming all these little cracks and layers of rocks. Wow!
Hey, it's a hangover!
The sea be a scary place. We've said this before.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to be down there. That is like so cool. We've been to some cool places.
Yeah.
But
this is impressive. I didn't expect it to quite be this
way
good.
Better than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, even just the way that this is actually all set up with the bridges flowing around over here. There's viewpoints right the way along the top piece here. It's just really well done, and the pancakes are so unique.
I just thought that we were going to come and see like a couple of cool rocks.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that this was a whole loop track with cool bridges and like blowholes and how many times do I say cool? Drink every time I say cool.
Oh, you're drunk. You have no idea what we're saying right now.
You're talking about hangovers.
Exactly right. Drunk, hangovers. I think we might be a bit hungover and giddy with just enjoyment. I mean, look at that. How random is that?
Cool.
That is so cool, dude.
Cool. So it'd be $80 total.
Is that so $40 per night?
Yeah. So it's got internet.
Cool.
It's far.
As you probably might have picked up, a lot of this trip is very prepared.
You told me we were filming.
Oh, we're definitely making some decisions on the fly here. So originally our plan was to continue down the coast and stay in an area called Ross. We'll stay at Ross Beach. Which looked really nice.
It's south of Hokitika.
But as the weather's supposed to pack up for the next few days, and we really want to do the Hokitika Gorge walk, looking on a map, we would have to backtrack
Significantly by the looks of it. So we've decided to stay in Hokitika instead, which from here, let me see how long it's going to be.
So we looked at a few. We found one called, using the Rankers app, and this one is called, it's right in town. So apparently it's walking distance, which is nice. 81% reviews. It's called Shining Star Beachfront.
It's only an hour from here.
Okay. So,
and
yeah.
There's a pizza place for lunch. Dinner. Fat Pippy Pizza. Do you like pizza?
Yeah. I mean, always could feel like pizza. You always feel like pizza, so I'm sure we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks great. That looks great. So we think that's the plan for now.
Whitebait pizza.
Ooh, we need to eat some whitebait. If you don't know what that is,
you need to eat
hang tight. There's a lot of eyes. Welcome to the Shining Star in beautiful Hokitika. It's really cool actually driving into the town, and there's this big statue in the middle. We didn't get the chance to see what it was. Snow up in the mountains. And I just checked in. Found out there is a glowworm dell, literally like a minute over there. We can just walk across tonight and go and check it out. I say check in, but we didn't even do it on our phones back there. We just thought, bugger it, we'll just show up. And it was actually
$20 cheaper, wasn't
yeah,
it? Or
$30 a night instead of $40. So we paid $60 for 2 nights. We've also just done some groceries, which spilt on the way. And they're still on the floor.
There they are.
We've just driven around. I think it must. Yeah, was it there or was it here?
Sorry, I can't help. I'm filming.
That's okay. That's okay. Oh, no, what is this thing?
Stop the
Oh
vehicle.
damn! Oh damn!
Stop the vehicle. I'm sorry. Did they not mention?
Those alpacas or llamas? It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Oh my god.
There is obviously a lot of animals here though, because I'm not a huge cat person. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
But there's a cat. I can't remember what the name was. Eldon or something was literally up on the counter, like at eye height. So when I was like, she's showing me this, and I'm like writing down our details. There's a cat here, just like, just sniffing on it. It's a really chill cat though. I like it. One of the first things that we end up doing is checking the facilities, which actually. Oh no, Stacey, you okay? What are you doing?
Trying to make the bed.
Oh, do you want me to get the ladder down?
No. As you were.
Okay, so we were lucky we could do the, we washed all our sheets, not last night, the night before, but we haven't slept in Aston since. We kind of did that, so it's time to fit them all back in. One of the first things we do is check the facilities. They're not bad there, and then also check the Wi-Fi speeds. 29 megs down, 21 megs up, which is great for us so that we can kind of do work, uploading YouTube stuff, whatever else that we need to while we're on the road.
As the rain rolled in and after another 150 kilometres of driving, we decided against pizza, which is very rare, and just went for a walk down to the beach instead. It's no surprise that our favourite campgrounds have been the ones near the beach, and it's also no surprise that we're a teeny bit excited for our next adventures.
Oh, that is so cool. That gets me even more jazzed about the next few days.
The glacier! That didn't even take long.
How cool is this? It is like another world.
Whoa.